presentation on why America is retarded. Number one, fluoride poisoning. Fluoride content in all the water supply has gotten people so mentally challenged that even the simplest problems such as the criminal justice system, with one of the easiest solutions known to man, to deny someone of a job or house due to their criminal record, is the only thing, the only saguaro cactus wall that stands in the way of the efficiency of the correction system. That if it were a petty, finable offense, as it supports nationwide terrorism, that if it were replaced with psychiatric evals for the job at hand, there would be no criminal organizations. There would be barely any crime. This is how retarded my country is. That it's got to be some whole big deal. You see the look on my face. It is emotionless. That I see a riot over in Minneapolis. All people see Black Lives Matter. I see a gang of white people without jobs that are men without homes. Just because of that. This is how retarded my country is. I am not happy to brag about this. I have no emotion on my face. There is a $1 trillion debt problem. And everybody's bitching, including network, TV, television, talk show hosts, asking why the higher class doesn't pay off our debt. It took me only 20 minutes calling the United States Department of Treasury for debt. I asked them, and I quote, "Do you compensate anyone for paying off the debt?" No, we do not. End of story. Cash pools, recognized. Benefits, recognized. Idiots, and more retards. This is my country. I hate it. That even the Masons say, well, that would make a good trade with some country that wants to give us a plot of dirt. But no. I have to deal with this. We can make bricks out of their dirt and they would be willing to do it. They've been throwing dirt at us. Pretty much. The water not only could be filtered, but the very hydrodynamics of that filtration system, while it's cleaning the water, could power an entire city as it rotates in a box. This is a travesty. That I am dealing with people that insist that college is the best way and only way to get work. That I need a stupid sheet of paper This is a travesty. This is by far the biggest obstacle. When I go into a doctor's room over at Regents, and he turns around and asks me what the fuck is a SEP scan. A moment of silence for the mental retardation. People dependent on others to teach them. I'm looking like this because I don't give a shit. That what has happened here, it's not my fault. I could babble on. My country's retarded. That I just knocked out basically all the crime in less than 6 minutes. Boosted the economy and quality of life tenfold. And made about 15 to 30 metropolises within 2 decades due to the progress. I could take a bicycle chain, put it on an array of fans. Fuck your windmills. They suck. They're spinning shames. The equivalent was be putting Jesus on a cross and have him spin around. They're large, they're massive, and they suck. They look ugly too. Solar panels. Don't get me started with how retarded and how nasty these things look. That you had a slide that water could travel down with bent solar panels that could spin the entire solar panel in a circle using the weight of the water to spin it and putting a windmill on the top with a bicycle chain. Again, you're retarded. I didn't go to college. I don't fucking need it. I have the internet. Eight minutes. I just solved the renewable energy crisis with wind. Hole in the ozone layer. Since when was hydrogen used in fucking Antarctica never considered to create an ice age? Retards. Neck respect, bat, 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 bat. There goes your hole. The fact that I just solved just about all your problems. And I could draw it too. Your trash issue. Alchemy. You throw a piece of wood into a fire. It is heavy. The fire coat goes out, it's a pile of ash. Hey, look, it's lighter than it. Where did all the weight go? It went in the air. When cavemen discovered fire, they discovered the key to never having to harvest a resource again, but you're a retard. That one could compress that smoke into solid matter and use a cavity magnetron to vibrate that carbon matter on a grindstone and shed it off with a tumbler-based system. Second method, grindstone alone. Very inefficient. You guys suck. End of story. Could go on. How ridiculous this is. You have the Manhattan Project, and you have the copper bowl that's used to make the atomic bomb. And they ran it forward in oscillation, but they did not want to reverse the oscillation to slow the fission material down. If radioactive matter is vibrating to create heat, what do you think you need to do? Since when was compression not even thought? Since when was freezing it down with nitrogen not even thought of? Since when was pulling these atoms apart not even thought of? If someone were to design and designate a team just focusing on this, how quick do you think that ant colony could solve it? "11 minutes and 50 seconds. That's stupid. Then we got 3 fallen stars of Babylon. Third one hasn't come down. And literally all that's left is the petroleum fuel, liquefied bodies of our ancestors being burnt up in the sky. How do we get rid of that when we have lightning? Oh my god. Like, this is why I hate you people. This is why I fucking hate you. Because you insist, no, I need a fucking diploma. I need a college piece of paper. Well, you'll find at the cause of every cause of death, there's a fucking piece of paper there. Like a Japanese seal of destruction. Excuse me, Japan. Evil seal. I don't care. It doesn't matter. At the end of every problem, there's a fucking piece of paper. At least in my life. That I just created the cure to miatonic dystrophy. Potassium, salt, water. That is 6% potassium. That is salt. Like potato chips. And a bottle of water. And I healed Shannon's heart. You called it chromozone 19. Because you're an idiot. And you told her, I'd rather have you die and keep the cure to myself, zolgensma. My ass. It produces electricity in the vascular system. Your chromosome 19 is about as alien language. If I were Sacagawea, if I was trying to guide Christopher Columbus with a fucking college textbook, it would be the equivalent of taking Ben 10's Omnitrix and finding out how it fucking works. I get the first edition to a textbook, I get the second edition. They almost look the same, except the second one gets more complicated in explanation. You want me to go to fucking college. It's a fucking scam. "14 minutes. "14 minutes. And I could tell you that VR would be great for educating people. and I could destroy school with it. I just destroyed college 15 minutes. You're retarded. And it's fun. More on the point, when 8 questions are answered correctly, I can stimulate the man's sexual reward center. Oh, you thought that was sick, right? Oh, I bet you did. Because you're retarded. You don't understand what the fuck that just did. He just saved all that information. Idiot. End of story. So there goes the education system. I solved the renewable energy crisis. Oh yeah, Big Brother. 1984 would never work. Wake up. It's an authoritarian government. People are like candy citizens on Adventure Time. You scare them too much, they'll explode. End of story. That's it. But you got a great human hive mind. A GPS navigated workforce. One person would have to lay like 20 bricks, get logged with statistics. Kids could be watched. Optional, of course, every time. Every time. And the reason for this is they are viewed as what they are good at and what they like doing for future arrangement to what they'd be best at. Improving the economy while improving that individual's professional quality of life tenfold, and therefore the cities. Idiots. That an authoritarian camera hive mind. Let's get started with the mark of the beast. A radioactive battery? No. Potassium, salt, and water? Yes. Fix it. Dumbasses. What else? What else? Yeah, the automated warfare. I got $15. A speaker magnet. Wrapped wire. An audio oscillator. A transformer. And a decent battery. I better not see that shit on my fucking property. If I see any type of wine press, any, like I fucking don't know what the fuck that shit is. That what you got is a decent workforce while we figure out other shit for knowledge, and you're gonna instead use it to kill each other. Well, then you got God. Auto men. It's literal. A blood-shedding rock is the most terrifying thing to look at. We are upcoming on the brink of the age of automation, and I see people playing God and thinking it's doing them good. Well, they look around their community and realize they ain't jack shit. I just solved even incoming problems. The mark of the beast, well, it's a beast, so that's Lady Wisdom, so technically you can't call it evil. Am I wrong? That could actually have good purpose. And it's a parable and a test. Idiots. The beast with two lamb horns. Android. And this bragging horn. I can't fucking deal with it. This garbage music. Just trash. Absolute fucking trash, man. Even down to the fucking good book. I'm on that shit. Yeah, so I know the fucking book. Well, hopefully wherever this goes to, they do. But what I'm saying is, if it is a lamb, then there was a choice between it being good and evil. Yes, it may have been blasphemous, but that's the word bios. Life and living, in Hebrew. 21 minutes. I literally took that phone, I made it the most incredible device on the planet. The piece of shit. I can't get anywhere because I have that stupid fucking sheet of paper. I have no appreciation, respect, nothing. I have sharp discipline when it comes to education. Very sharp discipline. I've been in a box my whole fucking life. I've had no fucking family. What I had was the information highway. So the only thing productive I had to do within 60 different foster homes while adult corporate AFC was paying $70,000 a month to keep me inside because they knew they're afraid of fucking change. Go ahead and look at that shit. That I have a possible thesis on how the hypothalamus is most likely the direct cause to epilepsy. Through research of SEP scans and negative exposures, I have found that the visual memory cortex seems to be the thesis everyone bounces around. And it all has to do with that central neural network. What I see are two atoms in a bowling alley. These atoms are electrical. And it's a lane with pins because there's a deformation, a shrunken nerve where they go through. And when the light travels through, it changes the arrangement of these molecules. And if it flashes too much, it clogs. And one bowling ball smashes. I'll have to pull up my research on what it was, but it is the ionization of sodium, potassium, nitrogen. Very important. It was very important to point that nitrogen out. As it smashes into this molecule, pow! A shock wave goes throughout the brain. Because we got a thin lane for them all to travel through. It could lead to a possible stent operation. "24 minutes. I have a cure to all diseases. Possibly. Through a transfusion machine. That we were to take the blood out of someone and scrub it. Take the viral rewrites that cannot only they can only correct 2% of AIDS. Okay, then you need to isolate the blood. Put the nanotech in here. Protect the viral rewrites. Get the original copy of the RNA and DNA of the CD4 white blood cell. and constantly cycle until it's done in the transfusion. Oh wow, there goes AIDS. Idiots. Now I'm gonna upload 25 minutes of this shit.